Quick, which is the fake? Comment down below, left or right, and don't just wait 5 seconds until I tell you, because Santa will know, and then you'll get no Legos for Christmas. Pause the video, comment, and come back, and then don't just edit the comment afterwards, because if you're wrong, Santa will still know. So yeah, today we're comparing my fake Lego Shire to my brother's real one. The fake one is on the left, and it will be for the entire video to avoid confusion. I'm not just saying that as some attempt to prove how close this is to the real thing, but I genuinely mixed up the parts sometimes and had to remember I always put it on the left. As you can see, we have the Lego logo versus no logo. We'll start with the minifigures, and then since the Hobbit house is split into 3 parts, we'll just go piece by piece. First, we have Frodo and Gandalf. Main thing I noticed before comparing these side by side was the cartoonish face of Frodo, and also the face print is a bit messed up. With these next to each other, I can see Frodo's torso is slightly faded. Gandalf's leg printing is upside down, but you could probably just turn the piece around and it would look fine. Sounds strange, but I didn't actually even notice that until the side by side. I thought it was just a part of the robes. Last main difference is Gandalf's wiggly hat. Comment below if you know what recolor this is, because normally they still use a Lego part just from another set sometimes. Other than that, the build and horses are identical as far as I can tell. On to Sam. His face is still different, but not quite as cartoony as Frodo's. The shears might also be slightly more dull on the fake. The main flaw I want to point out here is the printing on the fake Hobbit's feet is not dark enough or not printed as well, so it looks a lot more like they're wearing khaki boots versus just shorts. The real Lego matches the color of the hands much better. That feet mist color is why I have Bilbo with his included sitting legs, which I prefer for display anyway, but as you can see, he has larger facial features as well with a chipped tooth, which is better because it matches mine. And I was going to say the torso is faded like Frodo's, but it actually appears to just be a different print. The fake is holding a microphone because I'm an idiot, which will make sense later in this review. And another detail that will come up later in this video is the fake pearl gold ring versus the real one is chrome. My brother didn't actually build any of his side builds, so none of these minifigures I can compare, but I just wanted to show images on screen now of the fake versions. So in case you were considering buying the Lego one, well, I can't promote this. These were the fake minifigures. This is what they look like. Now I'll break the Shire into its 3 sections and compare the fake and the real. Alright, so there are some slight differences. In these, we have maybe a slightly different pearl gold on the torch, but I'm not quite sure. There's slightly different studs on the chairs. But other than that, these are very identical products. So now we're going to look at the greenery and see if there's any difference. Now this is where I'm looking at 2 of the same exact thing. Obviously, the left, the fake, is darker for sure, but when I recorded this shot, I was so blown away by how they're the same thing. Like, and I know they're the same, but they're the same. Then I did notice there's a slightly different texturing on the real as well. It's more matte versus smooth on the fake. But yeah, this is crazy. Moving on to the next section. This is the second biggest spot. The main thing I thought was that these chairs being loose was not in the real set when I was building the fake one, but they are in fact loose in the real one. It's just a design thing. The backs are more decorative than the fake ones, which I thought was interesting. Next up, on the fake, these are purple stickers and they spin around a lot. On the real one, they are tan and are in place. The printed cheese slope is identical on both. That was one of my favorite pieces when building it. And then the play feature, and this callback, we got the pearl ring on the fake, but on the real one we do have the chrome ring, which does look better for sure in my opinion, but I'm sure that's a cheap part if you want to buy it. Both play features work just as well. The printing on the rugs is also really good on the fake. It is the exact print. I cannot tell the difference. On that, all the other details are pretty much the same as they're just basic bricks. Now moving on to the front of these, it is just like the last section where I have been looking at these for a while, just trying to find if there was some I don't know what word. What's that word? I don't know. But these are so freaking identical. Once again, the greens are obviously different, and those flowers I had just put there. But the brick quality, and I mean, they are identical bricks. It's kind of wild, and my build experience was good. Now on to the final section. With the other interiors, there were some slight differences, and here the print above the fireplace of the tree is slightly different. But other than that, everything else is very identical. I did forget that when I moved it, I left that umbrella there. So let's go ahead and grab that and put it back. but the details, the printing, and the colors are just so identical. Often with fakes, there'll be a different color, but it's like you're looking at two of the same room, which is very interesting. And a great example is the greens are different, but all the interior colors are really on spot. And final callback, I realized I was an idiot. I gave Bilbo the microphone because I thought he was giving his speech, but no, it's supposed to be the doorknob, which I did replace later. But other than that, once again, I mean, I apologize for the repetition of the video, and please zoom in. I'm making this in 1080p so that you guys can zoom in and see the difference. But it is very similar. Some of the flowers, as you can see, are upside down because the molding process didn't poke through all the way. And so it was just easier to put them upside down. If I wanted to take the effort and take that little bit of extra plastic off, I could have. But that was a flaw, and that's why some of those flowers are upside down, which I forgot about until actually looking at this now. But yeah, so after this, my brother, like I said, didn't build the side builds, but I'll go ahead and just show those off right now. Obviously, the comparisons from earlier in this video did show me some flaws that I didn't know this fake had with the real one, but I still wanted to show off these side builds, and I really didn't have any immediate flaws that I could tell. Just going through these, the tent was fine. This play function works flawlessly. It's really cool, actually. I know a lot of people didn't like the side builds, but obviously I paid $50. Oh, I'll censor that until the end, how much I paid for it. But yeah, the cake came out good. The only real flaws with this tree, besides the fact it doesn't look that great, some of these Technic connections weren't very good, followed by, for some reason, this string. The lights are fixed in this weird crooked position, and you can take the time and make them all go the right way, but because the tolerances are so weird, it's just annoying. As you can see, despite a few quality flaws, it's important to remember that LEGO actually has to license this set from Disney, as well as pay the designers to make this set. So it makes perfect sense if the real LEGO version costs double or even 3 times the price, without meaning that LEGO is price gouging the customers that they do care about. Oh, it's 6 times the price? Maybe they don't care.